Hey my friend, Matt is here. In today's video we are diving into Firebase Analytics, a powerful tool for developers to gain insight into user behavior and optimize their apps. Let's get started. First things first, search for the Firebase website and open it. Click on Get Started, click on this option, and then create project. Pick a name for your project. Feel free to choose a name better than mine. Then provide Firebase with the necessary permissions and information. And then create the project. At the end, wait for your project to be created.
A few moments later.
After creating your project, you'll be on this page. Click on the Unity icon. If you are working on an iOS project, check Register as Apple app. If you are working on an Android project, check Register as Android app. Or you can check both if you need it. Unfortunately, Firebase services aren't available for Unity PC projects at the time I'm making this video. Firebase is working on that and it's currently in beta. So if you are watching this video and it's still unavailable, you might consider other options like Amazon Web Service, also known as AWS, Microsoft Azure, or Unity Analytics for PC projects. Anyway, go back to Unity. I want to test Firebase Analytics for both Android and iOS projects. So I make sure both Android build support and iOS build support is installed. If you want to build your app for iOS, you will need macOS, as Xcode is required to build and run the project. Then go to Edit, Project Setting, and Player. I installed both Android and iOS build support, so there is a tab for each platform. In the Android setting tab, scroll down and set a package name. You must use the format com.companyname.product_name. To do it for iOS, click on iOS tab. Scroll down to Identification section. In the Bundle Identification field, set the identifier using the same format. But there is a question. What is a package name and bundle ID? In mobile app development, the bundle identifier for iOS and package name for Android are unique strings that identify your app on each platform. Both are crucial for app distribution, versioning, and identification across platforms. After setting the bundle ID for iOS, copy it and go back to the Firebase website. Paste it into the Apple bundle ID field. You can do the same for Android or just for one platform, depending on where you plan to publish your game. You can also choose a nickname, but that's optional. In the previous step, if you selected both platforms, there will be two config files available for download. If you only enabled one platform, there will be just one file. plist for Apple and JSON is for Android. In this step, download the JSON file and the plist file. I create a folder named Firebase config and drag both files into this folder. These files tell your app how to connect to Firebase. Here is a tip. If you accidentally download the JSON and plist files multiple times, make sure to place them in the Unity Assets folder with the correct names google-services.json and google service-info.plist. If they don't have the right names, they won't work. After that, click on Next and download the Firebase Unity SDK zip file. Once the download is completed, extract the zip file. Copy the SDK's path and then go back to Unity. From the Assets menu, select Import Package. and then custom package. Paste the SDK's path here. You will see many packages for various purposes. For this tutorial, you just need analytics, so I will import it. After the SDK is installed, there will be a new option in the Window tab for Firebase. With this option, you can open your Firebase console directly from Unity.
Oh my god! Wow!
Click Continue to Console and go back to Unity. The last thing we need to do is ensure Firebase is properly initialized. In Unity, I create an empty project. Then create a script called Firebase init and attach the script to the object. I write this code to check and fix dependencies asynchronously to ensure Firebase is available on the device. Then I enable analytics collection with set analytics collection enabled to confirm that analytics is working. Everything is set up and project is ready to test. At first we create a project, then we register the app, insert JSON and plist files, installed SDK, wrote the init script, and now we can build our program for Android or iOS or both. So in build setting, I build the app. Once the build is successful, I installed the app on an emulator to test Firebase Analytics. After running the app and allowing it to load completely, I head over to Firebase. On the analytics page, I can see real-time data, including user activity from the past 30 minutes, such as where users are located. Firebase also provides insights into the total number of users, specific events like first open and screen view, the version of the app being used, average user engagement time, and user retention rates. You can even track user activity by cohort and also see how often your app is uninstalled, along with details about the user's device models. If you have a Mac, you can build the app for iOS. Open it in Xcode and run it on an iPhone or an iOS simulator. Last tip is, if you had errors related to SDK, in such case, you can download an earlier version of SDK. To do this, search for Firebase Unity SDK release and go to the GitHub page. From there, you can download a different version of SDK. And there you have it, folks, a beginner guide to Firebase Analytics for app developers. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching and happy app building!